So, this story that I am about to tell you is the truth and nothing but the truth. And it is my testimony of how I found Christ after a lifetime of seeking and just not fitting into the world. And yeah, I'm going to share this with you because I want to help people. So, I'm going to start with when I was a very young child, like a baby, toddler, preschool, that age. So during that time, even then, like there was just something about me that was different. I have been very, very close to nature from an early age, and I never fit into the world, and from a very early age, I would literally cry if somebody chopped down a tree, if somebody killed an animal, because I was very, very sensitive. And even up in my later years, like in elementary school, I was very, very sensitive. I wanted to go vegetarian, but I wasn't allowed to, but it is what it is. But yeah, I wanted to go vegetarian. I was very close to nature. I didn't have a friend group, and I was kind of in my own little world, if that makes sense. And it was like I had this inner world without war and without animal slaughter and without death and without people destroying the environment. Like, I was like that from a very, very young age. I guess what you would call a hippie, even though I don't use that terminology, but whatever. So from a very early age, I was like that. And there was just something about me that was different, and something that was like, my soul had a purpose. And I did believe in God. I thought, God is most likely real, but I didn't really pray or follow God or anything like that. So it was just kind of like a belief that I had, So, talking about, my middle school years. So, when I was in middle school, the pressure to fit in got really, really, really tough on me because I was different and I just could not fit in. I was the only one without a friend group. People would bully me, make fun of me all the time, and I wanted to commit suicide, and it was really hard. I got taken advantage of sexually by quite a few guys because, I was so lonely. I wanted some form of attention. Like, it didn't even matter what it was. I wanted someone to care about me, even if it was the wrong form of attention. I wasn't getting, the love that I needed, and that's why I got taken advantage of from even when I was just 12 up until 14, and, I was so lonely. I would walk through the hallway, hiding my face. I would be that, just in the hallway. I was so depressed. I wanted to kill myself because I didn't fit in. And then when I was 13, I went vegan. Childhood dream, because when I was a child, I told myself I would go vegetarian someday, but I actually ended up going full-blown vegan, which is pretty amazing, but yeah. So I went vegan then, and when I was 14, I really started to get into the New Age. Because I had been so different and everything, I thought I was an indigo child because I had every characteristic of an indigo child that there is. I was completely like one. or a star seed, whatever you call it. But I also would meditate. I would use the law of attraction, and you know, I would do all of that. I would believe that the universe is God, you know, all of that stuff that typical New Agers do. I believe that my veganism was getting me closer to the earth and nature and everything like that. And I started to want to leave school really, really bad. Partly because of how I was bullied and never fit in, but I also started to, you know, feel like I had a purpose outside of the school system, like I did not belong there. So I begged and begged and begged my mom, not even kidding, I would beg her 24/7 to let me homeschool. And she wouldn't let me. But then finally a bullying situation came up where I was bullied so bad that I was given the opportunity to leave school, which was amazing. And so homeschooling led me further down my journey, and it just led me to seek deeper, because something about being away from the school system, it really leads you to seek for real meaning in life. So I would be writing poetry that was literally like Shakespeare level, like not even kidding. I was a very, very, very talented writer, and I would write on the meaning of life. I had so many spiritual experiences, psychic visions that would come true, and I would lucid dream every night. But then it started to get bad. Like, I started having demonic dreams every night, and I asked my friend Marissa, who was an ex-New Ager who had turned Christian, like, what do I do? And she suggested I ask Jesus for a sign, and literally 2 weeks later, I had a dream that if I continued to just create my own spirituality, I would keep on getting attacked spiritually, but if I turned to Christ, I would be set free. I would have so much freedom. And I didn't realize at the time that the Bible emphasizes the freedom that's in Christ. And yeah, it was just amazing. And that night, I just felt an amazing feeling of love and peace and joy that I never experienced. And I was just amazed, because as a child and teen, I thought that Christianity was just like this dead religion that people follow. And I didn't know that it was so much more. So I was just so happy, and I've had so many spiritual experiences from that point on that absolutely cannot be denied, and I might have more videos on those, but for now I'm just gonna leave it at that. And I just want to tell you all that if you are in the New Age, or if you feel like you just don't fit into this world, I just want to tell you that there's a place for you in Christ. And if you feel like you're different from other people, it could be that God set you apart from this world, because I realized that all along when I didn't fit in, Jesus had set me apart. And also, the New Age is a demonic lie, and it's not the truth. And you can have a real relationship with God through Jesus, and it doesn't have to just be a dead religion, because I know how it feels to think that Christianity is just a dry religion and the New Age has real spirituality to it. But there's so much more to Christianity if you give it a chance. So I just encourage anyone to seek Jesus, because he is the truth, and I promise you, absolute promise, that Jesus is the way. And yeah, thank you all for watching my video, and feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share. Okay, bye guys.